Hi everyone, welcome to Master Your Mental Health. Dr. Jackie here and Alyson Jones.
Hello everybody.
Alyson had a great article that I saw and I thought it would be fun to discuss here. And as we head into the new year, 2020 is coming and emerging upon us, that it would be good for us to discuss that, that piece that you wrote.
Yeah, thinking about some habits to make and some habits to break in the new year. You know, this is a great time of year to start reflecting upon things and thinking about what we want our next year to look like. So I had a few little ideas around that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So tell us, what should we be doing more in 2020?
Well,
or do you want to talk about habits to break first?
Or sure, maybe we should talk about what a habit is.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. What is a habit?
So, I mean, a habit, because we throw the word around and people don't always really fully understand what it means. But a habit is a habituated behavior. It's something that becomes part of our functioning and that we do repetitively, and then it kind of gets into our repertoire, right? So...
is that always a bad thing?
No. I mean, there are certainly bad habits, and I think we probably all know our bad habits. We don't always want to admit them, but we know them. But it's actually can be a really positive thing to have habits. Like brushing your teeth is a habit. Washing your hands, hopefully, is a habit.
So like a healthy habit.
A healthy habit. So there's really healthy habits and maybe not so healthy habits.
Right, right. And a healthy habit, obviously, is the things that we want to promote in our lives because it does things for us. It does good things, right?
Yeah, it's things that helps us. One of the things is when you get healthy habits in place, it really can help you achieve your goals. It can help you keep moving forward in life. It can help you enjoy your life more because routine is important. It helps balance the creativity.
And I suppose once you've got a habit formed, there's less focus on discipline because discipline becomes secondary to what your healthy habit might be.
That's a good point, but I have to say, get prepared because it does take discipline to get a habit in place.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
And one of my favorite healthy habits, and it did take discipline, is exercise and making sure that I have some form of physical exercise at least 6 out of 7 days in the week.
I know, and that's like me too. I have a habit. I get up in the morning. I have certain stretches I do. I lift some weights, and I do that for about 20 minutes pretty much every day. Maybe give myself one day off. That's a habit, and that's a healthy habit.
Because it's not even like, oh, should I do this or not? It's more like it's you've gone past the point where there's resistance, and then you're on momentum.
Yeah,
right?
And that's what habits do for you once you get them in place.
Right. So let's talk about some habits to break this year.
Sure. Let's look at what do we want to let go of in 2020. So I think here are some good focuses. How about we let go of defining ourselves through others.
Ooh, I like that.
And what, trying to seek their approval. Yep. And that doesn't mean, be a good person and follow your internal integrity and all of those things. But when we're putting our well-being and our sense of self in other people, how about we work on letting that go a bit in 2020? I think that's a good habit to let go.
I like that. I've been trying to do that much more in the last year or two.
Yeah.
And I'm finding it very freeing.
It is freeing. And, another great one that I think is good to work on is how about we work on letting go of that getting caught in those negative ruts, right?
You mean like your negative self-talk?
Yeah, negative self-talk, negative focus, always seeing yourself as the victim or seeing yourself done hard by or just angry, right?
And you get stuck. You can get stuck, actually, with your brain narrating a story that doesn't actually exist. No. It's only in your head.
It's and the words, can become very negative in your head, right? So I think we want to try to get out of those negative thinking ruts and loosen up and let go of those a little bit. Because the thing is, negativity begets negativity. So
how would you suggest somebody go about that? Like I've done a lot of that work in the last year or two, and what I had chosen for myself was, if I was listening to that barky little voice in the back of my head that's replaying everything that went wrong that day or something, I would consciously stop and then think of something positive or give my own self a compliment when I'm talking to myself. Be a little bit more compassionate toward myself. Was that what you're suggesting in that sense?
Yeah. I mean, I think you can do little strategies like imagine a stop sign when you think you're getting caught in negative thinking, replacing it with a positive thought, even being self-aware of it. Those are all things that can help us move in that direction.
Yeah.
So
I get that.
Another one I think that we can get rid of, or that we can be working on, is letting go of the past. And I mean, our past is part of us for sure. So I don't mean blocking that out. What I mean is, don't define yourself by the negative things that you may have experienced in the past, the hurts, focusing on them, putting all your energy to them, or even your glory days. Oh my gosh, it was so fabulous and wonderful way back when. Because that just puts you out of the moment and not being present.
Yeah, and it's not real.
Not real.
That bit that you're doing isn't actually real.
No, it's not real.
Yeah.
So I think those are 3 habits that we can work on getting rid of.
Now, we've had a conversation on letting go of the past, and I'll link it so that you can get more info.
Yeah, and that one is more detailed about how to do that.
Yeah.
Right?
So tell us what to do more.
Right. Okay. So I think to things that we want to do more is we want to embrace curiosity, and playfulness. And it's great to be cautious in life, and we need our caution, but take some risks.
Dare I say it? Adventure. Experience.
Yeah, experience. This is your life. This is the life you've got. So, get in there and try on some different things. Be curious. That is the core of adventure.
Yeah.
Start with curiosity. So I'm going to encourage everybody out there to what I would call cultivate a practice of curiosity. Start consciously thinking about, what am I curious about today? What would I like to learn more about today? What's something I didn't know about before? What's that person? Be curious about other people. Be curious about other professions, jobs, places, right?
Travel. For me, that's my endless curiosity.
Be curious.
What else can we do?
Well, and to kind of counteract that a little bit, but balance it, is get practical, right? And what I mean by that is get the job done. Do it. Don't just dream in your head about things, because the joys you can experience from practical accomplishments are incredible. Like when you think a job well done, right? It just feels so good. Like even for Jackie and I, when we're done this, we're going to go, hopefully it was a job well done, and we're going to feel good. It'll feel good when we're done it.
And we're going to take ourselves off for a little adventure after that.
Yeah, we're having an adventure. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. So I think that's another one. And I would say that, probably what I was kind of saying before was be in the moment, be present in your life, pay attention to the experiences you're having right now, check in with your senses. So those are 3 goals, 3 habits to, I think, let go of, and 3 habits to work on. So
I will leave a detailed or condensed version in the description box so that you'll be able to refer back to that.
Great.
Thanks so much for joining us today.
Yes.
And as always, this isn't considered medical or therapeutic advice. We're just here to have fun conversations. Please contact your care provider if you're having difficulty.
Great. Okay.
Thanks
care,
for
everybody.
Joining us.
Stay curious.
Bye.